Hiya, everybody watching. I've got 5 subscribers now. I've just looked. 2 of those I don't even know. Not good. Now, this is Emily Payne here, sex worker of long standing and author of Sex is Hard Work. Emily Payne, available on Amazon. I've also written a one-woman show based on the book. I give talks, mainly to the WI, but anybody can have the talk. It goes down a storm, the talk. They love it. The women at the WI, they're absolutely loving it. And there's always a cup of tea and a bit of cake on hand, which is good. Now, that's Women's Institute, WI. If you're not in Great Britain, you might not know what that is. Even if you're in Great Britain, you might not know. But it's an ancient tradition of women getting together and eating cake. Now, this and doing other things, I'm sure, but I don't know quite what. This video is in the series of types of client. I've done a few so far: domination, threesomes, whatever. I'll do more. Now, this one is about fetish clients. Fetish, not feta. Fetish. Fetish clients. Now, I don't mind a fetish client. I can't stand any client, but as the go, fetish clients, I don't mind, and I'll tell you for why. I will tell you for why, and that is because they know what they want, right? They want their fetish. Simple as that. That's what they're into. Most common is foot fetish. That 10 a penny. You can do that all day long. The thing with fetish clients is they're very skittish. They're very scared to tell you what that fetish is. They think they're the only person with that fetish. They think this will be the first time you've ever heard anybody ask for that fetish. It never is. It's not. I've probably had like 3 other people ask for it that day. I'm a sex worker. It's what I do, right? It ain't nothing new. Actually, I might do a video if anything new comes up. Occasionally something comes up and I think, I've never been asked for that before. I'll tell you one at the end of this video if I remember, that I just got a few months ago. Now, fetish clients, they like what they like. So, this rubber, PVC, foot is very common, hand fetish. Now, I've had quite a few requests for balloons. And you think, well, do I supply the balloons or do you? Where do you get balloons from? I don't host many kids' parties. Well, I've never hosted a kids' party in my life, so I don't know where to get balloons. But anyway, balloons and kind of popping balloons, rubbing balloons on, popping them. Farting is another one. Like farting fetish. That's I've been asked for that a fair amount. Can you fart when I'm with you? Can you fart during sex? Fart, fart, fart. And the farts go on, kind of thing. And you think, well, no, because I can't fart on demand. And I can't. As some people can, maybe. It's like I can't burp on demand. Some people can do that, can't they? But I can't. I'm far too refined. So I can't. Anyway, you do get asked for farting. I once had a client ask me for farting. He wanted to follow us around a Tesco Extra. Filming us farting around Tesco Extra. I don't know which branch. I'm unsure of which branch. And I thought, well, no, because I can't fart on demand. And I thought, but he was going to pay good money, you see. And I thought, well, I did cross my mind to think, can I just do the noises as I'm walking around, doing doing, doing, and all that as I'm walking around Tesco. But I just thought, oh, come on, that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And people are going to be looking, thinking, what? Why is that woman going every 10 seconds? And think, yes, I see there's a man following her, filming. Oh, yes, she's an escort. I say, yes, it's a fart fetish. And then they go off and buy some boiled ham or whatever. So I said no to that because I just thought, oh, that's stupid. I just took another job, presumably. And so fetish clients, yes, getting it out of them sometimes, what the fetish is, can be you just think, oh, just spit it out, man. And it is usually something, they think it's dead outrageous and that, but it's not, it's nothing. It's when you've been in sex work, even just like a few weeks, a few months, you get inured to a lot of stuff. What other people find shocking and outrageous and kind of, oh, that's weird. You're just like, yeah, here we go again. Here we go again. Same shit, different day. Groundhog Day. That's what sex work is. Groundhog Day. Like any job, Groundhog Day. It's just better money. That's all. Well, not than all jobs, obviously. Not like a top surgeon or something. I wish. Although I have had me a hand up someone's arse quite a lot. But I didn't have a scalpel in it. That was no. Just a rubber glove or a condom. Put a condom over your hand and stick it up there. So yes, and there can be less sex. You see, there's sometimes no actual sex, which is always a win. Woo! And or just less sex or less sort of sexual activity kind of thing because they like the fetish. I did have one. Actually, I did have quite a new thing recently. And somebody liked snot. He said, he wanted us to sort of blow a load of snot on him. It was more like a domination. It's like a domination thing, a humiliation thing as well, because he kind of went on to tell us the ins and outs of it, and or the outs of it, and it was like, oh, it's like my fantasy sort of. I'm only good enough to take your snot. I'm only good enough to like be snotted on by a beautiful woman, kind of thing. I thought that's healthy. But I'm not a therapist, and thank God, and that's that. And he was sending us pictures of snot from Tinternet. I don't know, maybe some sort of snot site, or maybe it was more like a medical site. You to sort of look at different types of mucus and see, so you could identify which disease you had by the type of mucus you had. But I just thought, I haven't got a cold. Can they not? Why isn't the first thing that they ask you when they want something like that? Have you got a cold? Have you got the flu? Oh, right, get yourself round here. I can't just blow out a load of snot on demand. What does he think's the matter with us? So that job didn't happen. I wouldn't have done it anyway because snot makes me cockly, and I've got a very strong stomach, and I'm not sickly. I'm not sort of cockly, and I like watching operations and I like watching videos, draining cysts and things on YouTube. I love it. But snot, no. No, thank you for the offer. And so this, there's loads of different fetishes, but you tend to, there's sort of a few very popular ones. And this story that I was going to say, which was something new that I got asked to do not so long ago, was this man wanted us to put him up against a wall, just an unspecified wall. Maybe it was around the corner of the Tesco Extra, I don't know. Maybe that's where all the fetishists hang out. And drive me car into him. Like not like stop, very much like a hair's breadth, like a pube's breadth from his ball sack. But go at it as if I was going to hit him with the car. I mean, health and safety be blowed. I mean, that is ridiculous. Obviously, I turned that down because I thought it's an accident waiting to happen. I'm going to crush his cock and balls here. He wanted us to, just stop short of his cock and balls. And I thought, well, I can't tell where your cock and balls are when you're right in front of me car and everything. Ooh. So I turned that one down. But I'd never had that before. That was new. So it's good to get something new every now and again. I've been doing this 18 years now. You never get anything new, you see. So that was new. But yes, fetish clients, and I'll tell you what they do is, I'll give a demonstration. With fetish clients, they get very excited. Domination clients do this as well, a little bit as well. But they get, now this is a visual demonstration. So they get, what I call it, manic eye. And they get very excited, when you're doing whatever it is you're doing with the fetish. They can get very, and they give this. Makes you go cock-eyed. But that's manic eye. It's a bit like coke eye. Back in the day when there was more money to burn and clients were on coke, more clients were on coke. You never see that now. You never see any coke flying around now. They would have coke eye, and that's a bit like coke eye. If you can imagine someone on coke, they do that squinty sort of coke eye and the dry mouth. Clients on coke, when they go down on you, oh my God, they might as well be rubbing your clit with sandpaper. Ooh, eee. Just have a swill around with some water. Ooh, ah. Yeah, so that's fetish clients for you. They know what they want, and they can be. You can possibly charge a little bit more, like any service with sex work. If it's a bit niche, try and charge a little bit more. Just have a go. But you have a go hero. Do you know what I mean? Try it. See if you can charge a bit more. They expect it half the time. Right, so that's fetish clients summed up for you. Goodbye.